back to our video series Intercultural Challenges. This second video is about... Where are you from? Who hasn't heard this question before? As a student on an exchange, where you are from marks you as an outsider to that university. But if your skin colour or accent, for example, makes you stand out, where are you from can be a common question anywhere you go. This video looks at our identity, or rather identities, plural. We are composed of the multiple characteristics and attributes that define who we are. And as we've seen, identity is not a static concept. It's fluid and dynamic. We evolve according to the experiences we have, the people we encounter, and the things we learn on the way. So, on one hand, we are influenced by our so-called origins, for example, dual citizenship. Some from family members, others from places we have lived or travelled. And for more and more of us, home is not one place, but many. On the other hand, identity isn't just about where we are from. It includes many other aspects of culture, like all the different groups we belong to. These could be hobbies, gender, ethnicity, religion, ways of dressing, the languages we speak, abilities we have, or even the food we love. Some of these groups we choose. Others are assigned to us. To better understand the social cultural influence on our concept of self, let's take Chris as an example. Look at all the different groups he belongs to, and this is just the start. Belonging to a social cultural group can create a form of adhesion. This is because you share certain values, beliefs, or experiences. This sharing is true for a variety of group affiliations, from holding a political belief to being a member of a judo club. You are kind of in the group, fully or partly, or you're out of it, depending on who defines group membership and what being a member means. So you might feel a sense of belonging with a group or person just because they share this one thing with you. Lisa isn't religious, but she's part of a gospel choir. And Chris makes friends with Lisa on his exchange just because they're both Swiss. Basically, belonging is a human need. People who are perceived as not belonging to a group may feel excluded, or could in fact end up being excluded. They are perceived through in-group filters because stereotypes and implicit bias are inevitable. Our brain has an insatiable need to categorize and create boundaries. Words like no, not, or none can be quite prevalent and actually quite harmful. Someone is not my generation, a non-native speaker. They are not from here. He's a non-believer. We need to overcome these simplified categories by developing communication that is open and empathetic. We'll see this later, but here, a first step is to remember that we are not just one aspect of our identity, but we contain pieces of different puzzles we belong to. Some aspects of our social cultural identity are perceived by others in ways that can include us or exclude us. Let's go back to Tom. This is how he perceives himself.
As you can maybe see, I'm Peruvian, although one of my grandparents was German, so at the time they were definitely not considered Peruvian. I'm called Tom because my mom loved Tom Cruise, but I actually hate Hollywood films. When I was on exchange in Switzerland, I was teased because Tom is the name of a cheese. What I found funny is that I'm actually lactose intolerant. What else? Well, perhaps stating the obvious. I'm cis-male. I'm straight. My best mate Lee is gay. And I would say I'm LGBTQ plus friendly. But I might still have stereotypes view on sexuality and genders. I guess I'm middle class, I love sushi,
So what about you? What are your multiple identities? Take a moment to reflect and record the different ways you could describe yourself. Thank you for watching, And see you in our next video on mutual perception.